Okay guys, here is my fabric destash. I've got 4 different lots. This first lot is going to be $25 shipped. Again, USPS priority mail envelope. Lot 1. This is, I don't know, I'm not going to undo this to show you how much. I have no idea how much is in here. Most of the fabric I buy a yard of. So, I have not used any of this. So, I haven't used any of this. So, this should be a full yard of this one. This is the Timeless Treasures. And it's just called Paris. Paris C is the name of that one. So that should be a full yard of that. Now this one feels like it's only a half a yard. This one, yeah, this only feels like a half a yard. Some I only got a half yard of. Very few, but this is one of them. And this is Airmail 1930s by Karen Rohde. This one, another half yard. This is called Accounts. It's just a whole bunch of ledger images here. Very nice for doing right now. The fabric journals are big. If you've got that Eileen Hull journal or doing any kind of like, you know, fabric journals for your traveler's notebooks. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you watch Louisa here on YouTube, KSP, whatever the rest of her YouTube is, she's doing some fabric traveler's notebooks where she's laminating the fabric. So that would be, these would be great for that. This is another small piece. Looks like a half a yard. This is Seams Like Old Times, and it's spelled S-E-A-M-S because this has kind of a haberdashery motif to it. And this is a full yard. This is another Timeless Treasures. Again, very pretty. Just so many images on it. Very French theme to it. I was trying to find the name. This is Noir Sea. So Timeless Treasures Noir Sea is the name of this one. I'm trying to keep this all folded real nicely so that when it goes in the envelope it won't be all crumbled up. This is another one. It feels like another piece that's a half a yard. Again, this has a Parisian theme to it. Carte postale on it. Just all kinds of different really nice images. Where's the salvage? Here we go. Had it in my hand. This one, I'm trying to get names. This one, Wyndham Fabrics, I Dream of Paris is the name of this one. I don't know if I had that in frame. Okay. And again, that feels like a half a yard. This one, again, very French. Very French with all the chairs, French writing, French script right here. I think this is another Timeless Treasure ones. Nope. This is Victorian Vintage. Victorian Vintage by David Textiles. And that is a full yard of that. And again, this is US only, PayPal only, pay within a couple of hours of receipt of invoice or I'll have to move on to the next person. Okay, this one is, where's the name? This one is Ooh La La, and this feels like a full yard as well. Ooh La La, Wilmington Prints. I don't know if you can read the salvage end there, but that's what that one is. Alright, gang. It's killing me to let some of this fabric go. Killing me! Okay. Then the next one is going to be 20. Oh, what did I want to do this one for? This has a lot of fabric in it. I'm going to do this one at $25 shipped. I have a bunch of these Stampin' Up! Fabrics. These are, I don't know how big these pieces are. Probably 1/4. But anyway, just some different patterns here that I threw in. Because this is like a floral lot. So these are Stampin' Up! Fabrics. Right here. Right here. And then there is a yard of this Susan Wingett called Longwood Birds and Hydrangeas, and I got this from Joanne. Again, I wanted to do like a nature journal with this. Never got around to it. David Textiles, do you have a name? I don't see a name on this. Again, I think I got this at, I've used some of this. I have used this, pretty sure I had. Yeah, this yard has been cut into. So there's a little section missing off of that. I thought I'd use this. Can't remember what I used it for. I think it was a journal. I actually did make a journal with this. Okay, I'm going to have to mess with this later. It's taking too much time. This is going to be a long video. This is just a little piece I'm throwing in. This should be a yard as well of this fabric. This is Waverly. It's a Waverly print. It's called Fairhaven. And of course, got it because of the florals. Again, I thought that would make a really pretty journal. And then there is this. Again, it's a Joanne fabric. I don't think I used any of this, so this should be a complete yard right here. If not more. Feels a little thicker than a yard, but there's that pretty floral print. And then there is Heidi Grace for Joanne. It's got a really pretty script in the background with these really pretty fun florals on it. Full yard of that. I never used that. This is a Tanya Whalen Sunshine Roses. And I think this is a half yard. I believe this is a half yard of material. It's got that really pretty big floral print on it. Tanya Whalen. And then this feels like another piece that's a half a yard as well. This is Robert Kaufman. It just says Primatex Basic screen print. And it's just in this really pretty pink color right here. Okay, so that lot. And then the last two lots are going to be the Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements. A lot of these patterns you can't even get anymore. That's how long I've held on to this. Most of these are going to be a yard, and I've never used, I don't think I've used any of these. So, how many of these have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did use this. 6, 7. I think there's 7 yards in each lot. So this is lot 3. And I'm going to sell this. Oh, what the heck. I think I'm going to sell this for the same price. $25 shipped. Even though a lot of these patterns you can't even get anymore. So this is his Transformation Words of Encouragement. Oh, I'm sorry. This is by Tim Coffey. This isn't even an Eclectic Elements one. So this is by Tim Coffey. I got it because I liked all the words that were in it. Create, big dreams, inspiration. Again, I thought this would make an awesome journal. Okay, now the rest of this is Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements. This one is his documentation. Yard of that. Okay, this is the one that I cut into. So there's like a big square missing out of this one. It is a full yard except for that square that I cut out to put inside a canvas I did when I was on the Trésors Deluxe design team. I did a canvas that had a dress form on it. So this was the piece I cut out for that. This is called Symphony. Still a really large piece of fabric though. Here it is right here. So there's the cutout piece right there. It's just a little square missing out of it. Okay. This doesn't feel like quite, this may be only half a yard. Little over half a yard. Not a full yard. This is his, oh, this is just called Objects. Again, this isn't Tim Holtz either. I'm sorry, you guys. I got that all mixed up. The next one's going to be all Tim Holtz. This had Tim Holtz and a couple of others in it. So this is just called Objects. Like old newsprint. My idea was to cut this out and use it in fabric journals. That's why I got this. Or just make a really cool journal cover too. And then this is Tim Holtz. I know that for sure. This is his one called Labels, I think. Where's the salvage end? Yeah, here we go. This one, no, it's called Photo Card. If you can see that. There you go. And this is a full yard. Never used any of that. And this one is a full yard. Oh, this is called Correspondence. Correspondence. And this is another full yard. This is what I thought was going to make a really cool travel journal. Again, that I didn't make. And this one is called Travel Labels. That's why I thought it would make a good travel journal. Okay, $25 shipped for that lot. And this one is all Tim Holtz. And I think it's 7 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is all 7 yards. I don't think I used any of this. $25 shipped. That is such a steal, I know, but I'm just trying to bang all this out to get it out of my craft room. This is his documentation. I had that in the other pack as well. The other lot. This is lot number 4. And this one is his melange. If you're familiar with Tim Holtz, you know what that melange looks like. So I gotta hurry this up because I gotta jump in the shower and my boyfriend's coming over. So I gotta hurry this up. This one's called Dictionary. Again, a full yard. You guys, this is like really thick, you know, fabric here. So this one's called Dictionary. And I did use a piece of this. I thought when I started looking at it, I was like, I think I cut a piece of this out, and I did. There's a little section missing out of this yard right here. But this one, I think I used this on the dress form too. What's the name of it? This is called Timepieces. Timepieces, and this one, I'm not going to open it up. It's just the same repeating pattern all over. It's a full yard. This one's called Measurements. And then I have the ticking. This is just that denim blue color and tan. And again, it's just called Ticking. And it's a full yard. I didn't use any of that. And finally, this is called Stamps. Very vintage looking. God, I really wanted to make a journal out of this. Just never got around to it, but this has his typeset on it. Very pretty. Alright, you guys, $25 shipped on that one. And that's it. I'm going to be back with some wedding appliques, but I won't be able to get to that until tomorrow because got some stuff going on with the boyfriend. So wedding appliques coming up sometime this weekend anyway. All right, you guys.